feels good, and hope that the King of Diamonds is useful later.
Right, right.
Yep.
Um, okay, well, we are live. Sorry for the late start. I was up till like 4 a.m. I just couldn't get to sleep. And the funny thing, so you don't follow chess, I guess, but the funny thing is that there's the World Rapid and Blitz chess tournament going on right now, somewhere in the world, and Magnus is of course playing. But yesterday,
Isn't he the best in the world at that format?
Yeah, yeah, he is. And so Magnus is playing, but yesterday apparently he went out skiing before the round and caught like an enormous amount of traffic, or no one really knows, but the theory is like he caught an enormous amount of traffic on the way back. He showed up late to the first round. His clock had been running. He was down to like 20 seconds and he still won.
See, I mean, I follow a few chess players on social media, so I'm actually surprised you didn't see that, but I haven't really been on Twitter a ton.
Yeah, this was just this morning, so it was like less than 12 hours ago.
Yeah, still, I'm on Twitter a lot.
But but yeah.
It is amazing.
Anyway, so we're into the bridge match, and Xiao seems to have a 34 imp lead over the Kolesnik squad. There's still quite a bit of bridge to be played, but are you surprised at this start to match?
Yeah, and obviously also surprising. What board is this at this segment?
This is board 22 of 30.
So think of how many imps have been scored then out of 22 boards, right? 170 imps.
Yeah.
That's enormously swingy set.
Right, let's take a quick peek at the scorecard. Oh my god!
It's an average of almost 8 imps a board, where, in a normal match you might expect half of that to be fairly swingy.
Well, I'll have you know that I think they're doing more than 8 imps a board in this set so far.
Well, who knows how many the last 4, but just, 170 imps over 21 boards. True. 170 divided by 21 is 8.1. But, that's for a match with 2 pretty good teams playing, that's just insane.
Right.
I think in a normal match you would expect about 4 imps a board. Like in a 60 board match, a final score would be like, 150 to 100 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be a relatively high scoring match, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here you're gonna have a hard time generating an 8 imp or more swing.
Probably. I mean, this is going down. Is it not going down at all?
I'm being offered a chance to spend 1,000 points to analyze a hand, and I may actually spend it because Michael just gave me one that I'd like your opinion on.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So when we have some more viewers, I can do it. So
yeah, we can do it in the break. So
see the master work.
Yeah, I was going to say, since like I just got out of the shower, I just woke up, I took a shower, I'm all set to do stuff, but during the break, during the players' actual dinner break, I think I am going to step out and get some food. So what I was thinking is we did like a match yesterday, where we both played through some boards. Maybe I can like put your perspective up and just like turn my camera off and you can play through some hands, and then I'll get back and play through the same hands.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sounds good.
I may need to step out myself briefly at some point, but just need to get a couple things from the store. I haven't left the house in 3 days because it's been nonstop rain.
Oh god, and is it super cold up there too?
No, it actually it warmed up actually to almost 60 the last couple of days, but it's just like so. Well, I guess no one's watching, so it doesn't matter. So Portland, like, it's not rainy the way the East Coast gets rainy. It's more like rainy in the way that the UK is rainy most of the time, where it's like, it's always pretty drizzly from around October through like late May, early June, but it's rarely hard rain.
Hmm.
And the last, so it's like whatever you go out, like no one even carries an umbrella. You just wear a hat or a hood, and that's plenty good enough. The last couple of days, it's been torrential, really unusually.
Yeah.
So like normally the drizzles, I just I don't have a car. The drizzles, I just go out and suck it up. But it's been it's been a little too much to do anything. So like not that I need a ton. I just need to pick up a couple, mostly more coffee.
Hmm.
Um, so, but yeah, that actually sounds kind of fun. I can, you know,
Yeah, we can do that during the break.
yeah, do like eight boards because that'll take me about half an hour, and then also have plenty of time to do that.
Yep, sounds good. Then I should be able to get back and have had a few bites of food. I'm probably gonna run to Chipotle, which is like across the street.
Nice.
Um, okay,
Okay, so
well, board 23, three quick passes, and yeah, I mean, you should open with East, I guess. You have a full 12 with a good five card suit.
Yeah, I mean, like whatever. You're one Pearson point short, but it's 2022.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
White, I might be tempted to open a 14 to 16 no trump.
In fourth?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I mean it'll be bad if partner has exactly 10 and overbids. Otherwise, it's probably the right way to go.
Mhm.
Maybe it's a little
Whoa.
much.
This is pretty old fashioned, inverted by past hand.
I think it's actually pretty common because the hand is still in your range, especially for a somewhat conservative opener like this West. So you still, like if you don't have that, if three clubs is mixture weak and two clubs is like an old fashioned stodgy single raise, this hand is still a problem.
Hmm.
Like maybe if you're aggressive enough that the limit raise is not really in your range, you can live without it. But if you're opening in a normal style, you'll still kind of need it.
Yeah. Okay, so a club, two clubs, three clubs. I
I
mean,
might not make it anyway. Doesn't that hand just look like an invitational two no trump bid?
does it?
I mean, I guess also this way, um, he can, if partner passes two clubs, like fantastic.
Sure. Yeah, I was going to say over three clubs, are we bidding again with West? I mean, just a bunch of queens and jacks. It feels like we're kind of done.
I don't think so. I think three clubs just says I've got a fifth club and was gonna have to bid this if the opponent's balanced.
Right.
I don't think it really shows any desire to bid further.
Hmm. So the heartbeat's going to solve Declare's heart problem. I guess the spade suit was going to solve Declare's heart problem anyway. So with the club queen falling, should be an easy 10 tricks. So not
So
10
here's a
tricks,
question.
9 tricks.
So along the lines of that, here's a question for you and for the our sparse crowd of kibitzers. I'm sure we'll get some more once people realize you're back up. Do people still play that an auction, with uncontested, a major, two major, three major is, just a preemptive bid to, like a pre-balancing bid, or do people like now, have reverted to the more old-fashioned way of playing that as invitational with some meaning other than like your help suit game try?
Mm.
Like, people used to play that as like a quote unquote bar bid, which always seemed pretty silly to me.
Mm-hmm. It's
I don't know if that's still.
yeah, I guess it's just like it's probably useful as a PJF still plays it as bar bid. Um, I so I've kind of always said that I've never been a fan of descriptive game tries, and so if I were to just have a generic game try available and have all other bids be like, for the most part, slam tries, that's kind of my favorite way to play game type stuff, because the more descriptive I show with my cards, the more the better the defense is going to be against me. Um, so that's kind of my position on that. But I'm not much of a system guy, so
Right. Well, yeah, I'm not either. I think the other problem with help suit game tries is like, you know, they can be pretty wide ranging. So, like, if partner has the queen, is that good or bad? Well, I don't know. If he has the queen in some other suit, that might turn out to be good, but you made your game try, like, you had two possibilities for making your game try, and, oops. So, I find that, those kinds of game tries, tend to often just randomize the result in a stupid way.
mhm.
Oh my God. Meanwhile, someone did not watch the Soloway.
I I know. I was just thinking that. But would you double or bid two spades with I mean, okay, I know your position, but don't we just bid two
I
spades
would
with the
power
South?
pass to make a takeout double, right?
Well, two spades is takeout, right? Oh, and unless two spades is specifically Michael's, then yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't.
yeah.
I mean, two spades almost certainly is Michael's, but
Mhm.
like, don't we have a takeout double of spades? If we're just a little bit patient, we'll be able to make it.
Right, right, right. No, I mean like that's what I would do as well. I would plan on making a takeout of spades.
Yeah, I think two
So.
spades here is clearly Michael's.
Mhm.
I mean, yes, PJ, I do want a heart lead, but I don't want to go for 1380 or whatever it was in the Soloway. Like, lefty could have a five card heart too. I
Yeah.
mean, your hand is obviously very good, but if it goes redouble, are you so confident you're beating it? I'm not.
Yeah, you're sitting in front of the no trump bidder, so it's like these kings and queens and tens are not necessarily going to take tricks.
Right, and you might find yourself end played a bunch of times too.
Yeah,
Even if the player is short on dummy entries, like he's not short on entries to your hand. You can
yeah.
just
Why do you want a heart
play
lead? I
with
mean,
spades, play some closet.
I think I would prefer a heart lead over any other lead from partner. It's
Yeah,
like ace queen 10 is much better than ace queen fourth. Um, King queen 10 is in a short suit, so that might just set up tricks for them. So I think there is a reason to prefer a heart lead slightly with South, but
well, I would say I would prefer a heart lead against no trump, but probably a club lead against a suit contract. Close.
interesting. I think I would still prefer the heart. Like I would be very worried Declare has the ace jack of clubs.
It's true, but against that, Declare could have the king jack of hearts.
Yeah, but they're less likely to have heart shortness and dummy. Wait, or am I backwards on this? No, they're more likely to have heart shortness and dummy. Okay, okay. I'm kind of into it.
I think we're talking in very incremental differences here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the swing of what people actually hold is going to be so much greater than like any theoretical advantage to one versus the other.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, this is going pretty well for Declara, right? Hearts are
Yeah,
splitting, spades are on side, diamond split, and
Yep.
they're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're probably going to lose three more tricks from here. Two spades and a diamond, which is going to be really hard for the defense to do any more damage since they can't tap Declara.
Right. South is not going to learn their lesson.
Well, yeah. And unfortunately, North might, right? Like, let's see how eager North is to compete the next time an auction like this comes up, and that could be really bad for North South.
Yep.
Most of the time, North wants to bid with a hand like that, but not if South is doing. Well, no, South. Oh, South doubled too hard. Yeah, yeah, right. I was gonna say if South just made a takeout double, then what can you do? But of course, North thought that South was probably like 1, 5, 4, 3, or the other way around in the minors.
Yeah. I mean, East West don't do all that well in two spades, do they?
I mean, they're going to lose one club, one diamond, one spade, and three hearts, so they're only down one.
Yeah, but redoubled. Um,
Oh, right, yes, that's true.
it's tough for North though. Three spades went down two at the other. Right. Yeah, two spades goes down one, and three spades went down two. Um, well, since we showed up, it has been a bit more tame.
Yeah. Are North South a precision pair, or are they just smart enough to open a spade like that playing standard?
I I don't know. I haven't been watching them. So this is the captain of the Xiao team here, Brent Xiao, sitting south, playing with Richard Jeng.
Yeah, I know we have seen some precision pairs you know, in the open yesterday, but I don't remember who.
Right.
So,
I mean, it's a good bid. You know, you're 5-5, you're in first seat, white on red.
yeah, you have spades, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Do you raise his East here? I think probably yes, but it's about as bad as your hand can be.
I think it's okay to pass because your partner's going to get another chance. Like, what are you hoping for? Five? Are you really getting to five diamonds with these East cards? I think if you have a heart fit, your partner has another chance to act, and otherwise, it seems very likely uh, with your three small spades that maybe South is coming back in. Um,
If you have a hard fit, it might be tough to get to, but I think you're not getting to it anyway if you raise to three diamonds. Like,
mhm.
what continuation is there where South bids and West gets to show hearts of these colors, right?
Oh, I mean, I was just thinking like West might be able to make a takeout double spades or something.
Maybe. Yeah, that could happen. I mean, red white though, probably if South comes back in with two spades, unless West's hand is totally perfect, they're probably done.
Hmm.
Like maybe now it goes two spades pass pass, and now you bid three diamonds and you describe your hand pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fourth trump opposite a two level vulnerable overcall though is such a big card.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If partner were white, it would be less attractive to raise, I think, because his hand could be pretty horrible. Like red partner should have especially this West who's very much down the middle.
Hmm.
Some of the juniors would do it with one fewer diamond.
Sure. Um, well, so we got Jack of Diamonds lead partner suit. Unfortunately, no tricks available this time. Ace Queen of Clubs are
Yeah,
off.
although
Ace of
it
Hearts
looks
is
like they
on.
missed a game. Yeah,
Hmm?
looks like
Yeah.
they missed a game here.
Yeah, it's maybe hard to get to. I mean, South has this. I guess South had this 12 count, but aceless. Well, not an aceless 12, but Ace of Diamonds, Ace in the opponent's
Right.
suit. All of these jacks. So opposite a partner who's going to be opening hands like this, it does make sense to start with a no trump and just treat it as like a three-card limit raise. Um,
Yeah, I think playing with you, it's what I would do. Knowing your, the lower end of your range is somewhere around here also.
right, and then the big part about this hand is actually the intermediate club spots.
Hmm.
To be able to hook East for one of the club honors. Otherwise, you would basically have to play East for the club ace and or 2-2 or the suit splitting 2-2, which is less
Yeah,
likely
he
given the
might go up with the
overcall.
king anyway. It feels like the eight might have just been like a fishing expedition to try to induce a cover, and he might actually go up.
Well, play the 10 then. Play the 10.
Indeed.
I'm gonna keep yelling about
No,
this. Um,
no, he is taking the technical play. I think. I take it back.
I haven't decided. Is this a good line of play by Declare? Because, well, you're only in three spades, right? So all he doesn't
Right.
care about collecting a heart trick. He's just trying to set up the clubs. But in four spades, he would need to play on clubs before he played on trumps.
And I think in four spades, it's. I mean, you're worried about a club rough, which is a real risk. But like, maybe you cash two trumps and dummy and win the ace of diamonds, play king of trumps, jack of trumps, heart while you're over there. Now he's losing his king of
That's
hearts,
yeah, that's possible. That's possible. Um,
right?
yeah.
Like he's not making four. He's not making four now,
Oh no 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 no. He was never making four once he pulled three rounds of trump.
right?
Um,
But I think you probably don't want to play zero rounds of trumps because the club rough is is going to sink you in that. Seems
Right. In three
like it's probably
spades,
floating
you have a
around.
bit more flexibility to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
PGF says North has a good minimum 5-5 and a
Yeah.
stiff diamond. It's true. The club suit is so bad though that opposite, if you don't have a club fit, I'm I'm not sure how I feel about accepting game. Um,
Yeah, and keep in mind also South's hand was like, quite a bit better than it had to be also. Like it was, a couple of points better on values, but it had ace king king.
Hey, John Worf. Hey, Russ and Koopa. What about Heart to the King first? Yeah, Craig was mentioning that you could play Heart to the King and throw Losing Heart on the diamond. They could still play Hearts to tap you. I think the big point here is just like we can't we can't afford to pull all of Dummy's trumps so that we have some sort of control before setting up the club suit.
Right.
So any line of play that lets you do that would work out. But in three spades, it is definitely a little different. Pulling trumps seems fine in that contract.
Here, let's see if North South know what they're doing in this auction. Like you don't need four hearts as a transfer, which maybe means that four hearts and four diamonds should both be natural. But obviously, like, if I hadn't spoken to my partner about it, I would probably assume the four diamonds is still a transfer. It's a little scary because if you guess wrong what partner's thinking, you're gonna get it to a remarkably stupid contract.
Yep. There it is. Four diamonds is alerted, so
Yeah, let's see if North. I mean, North maybe should just safety play with four hearts, but
well,
I
now
think
it's
really likely that I discussed it's a transfer.
too late for the opponents to make a mistake after the double.
Yeah. Yeah, quite reasonable by West. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very very important to discuss what you do after preempts and three no trump overcalls. Just in general, like when it goes, three hearts or three spades, three no trump. The three no trump is so wide ranging, and Stamen is so unlikely that you probably want to play some kind of fancy method there. Like it's just most like it's not like a mention card, so people don't really discuss it until after it comes up.
This is actually really nice. Over the double of four diamonds,
Yeah.
East's hand becomes so good. I'm a little surprised by the two spade opener
Yeah.
at first, but I guess they have a very solid preempting style.
Yeah, I think they have a very solid everything style, right? Yeah, I think red. If your range is like a pretty good minimum to just shy of an opening bid, like you know maybe keep your one spade bid pure. Although I would probably I would probably just open one. 6-4, 10 points, but king queen six even.
Ooh. So this could be a swing. I was going to say Declare has some guesswork to do in four spades because they could use two diamond entries to dummy to take two spade hooks, but that's a little scary. You might risk a diamond ruff. You could just play for 2-2 trumps, and Declare could go down the next
Yeah,
one.
well, I mean, if you let's say it goes hard and you rough, you know, if you put down the king of spades from your hand, you'll probably get it right on the second round. With North having bid three no trump.
Yep.
So now
Oh,
you
that's
only need
that's a very good point. Yeah, after the 3-no bid, I think Declare should probably do something right. Either cross twice in diamonds or just lay down the spade king and then take a hook.
Yeah, yeah. I think the evidence of both the overcall and restricted choice will lead him to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, though, even if you do get that right, you're still going down in four spades.
Sure, but it's less than 500.
Right, and even in five hearts here, it's just cold. So
Five hearts is cold? Oh, it is.
I think so.
It is. It is. Yep.
yeah, you're
Heart
gonna lose
hook
these
is
two
working.
diamonds and heart finesse is on and club split.
Mm-hmm. Now, I would play
So,
Count at trick one on the ace of diamonds lead here. I don't know what you think.
um, yeah, so like the normal default agreement here would be that ace asks for attitude for the king and king would ask for count.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm thinking because on this auction, West showed a diamond lead, or specifically asked for a diamond lead. So
Oh, I see.
you
So
know
the
the
king of
diamond
diamonds.
attitude
Yeah,
already.
attitude for the king is already known. That's a very good point.
Yeah. So that's why I think count should be kind of the default.
Hmm.
Um,
Which is what he gave, I believe.
that's my guess. He played the nine. So if
Yeah,
they're
assuming they
doing
play
upside
upside
down
down, I
count,
think. Yeah, I think that's a very good point.
declare trying to collect as much information as possible. um, but
Yeah,
with
that's
3-2 clubs, he'll get this one right. Suit preference might be more useful as an obvious shift. I think the attitude in both spades and diamonds are marked on this one. So I think count is most helpful because it'll let East know if you're cashing a second diamond. That might be the only important thing on this hand. Like East might need to switch
yeah, I
to
think
spades, East might need to switch to trumps, or um, but yeah.
yeah, I agree. So looking at that dummy, I don't think there's any layout where switching to a club would be necessary. So knowing how many diamonds you're cashing feels like the most important information you can send.
Mm-hmm. Club to the ace and jack. Good attempt. Good attempt. It's actually a good play to unblock the jack of clubs. You know, if West had king 10 third, then
Yeah.
you want to take yourself off an end play.
Yeah, never cost you anything.
Yeah. So that means that, I mean, Xiao could have had a pretty large pickup. We don't know what the auction was in the other room to four spades doubled. But if that had only gone down one, it would have been a huge swing. Nine imps, I guess, for five hearts making versus four spades doubled down one. As such, it was only four.
So I guess
But
this is a precision pair because one diamond is alerted and certainly looks like you shoot with that alert is on one diamond.
yep,
Did yeah. Yeah, it could have just been unbalanced if they're playing a nebulous club, like a two plus club. But yeah, obviously this is a precision pair,
mm-hmm.
which puts that one spade in context. Like maybe since it was a precision opening, should have given a little more thought to taking it in. Although it's still obviously the bottom of the range even in precision,
Right.
but it makes partners three card limit raise a little heavier.
Mm-hmm. So diamond, a spade overcall, two diamond limit raise, two hearts showing hearts, and we see two no trump from West, which makes a ton of sense. I mean, most of his values are in the suits partner doesn't have, so he's offering
Yeah.
three no trump as a potential choice of games.
Yeah, and this I'm not sure quite how how he's thinking about this hand, but when you're West and you've heard your left hand opponent open a precision diamond, really one diamond just shows one of the minor. Like it turns out North has both, but he can be almost sure that against no trump he's going to be getting a minor suit lead, and whichever one it is almost certainly going to do him a lot of good.
Right.
Like even if North has clubs, like terrific, you have ace 10 9 4 there also.
Mm-hmm.
So the bad spade break is not going to help matters here.
No. But the hearts are kind of friendly. We are going to get a diamond lead, which gives us three diamond tricks.
Yeah, I mean the hearts can be picked up, a ban. So let's see. So we'll take three, 4, 5.
I mean, it feels like you kind of need to play on spades, but I was just saying that things aren't all that unfriendly. The 8-7 of clubs
No.
fall.
Yeah, so what do you, let's say, and first do you play the queen here, hoping to just, win the trick and get an entry, or do you duck it around kind of, more technically?
I would duck.
And then a trick to what, like run the nine of spades, maybe?
I mean, we probably play back a diamond to set up our diamonds. I'm not certain. So, how many tricks do we
Yeah,
have if we get
with the
three
West Hand
diamonds?
concealed, the West Hand is concealed. The opponents might do that for you. South wins the spade. What's he going to return looking at the queen of diamonds left in dummy?
Well, they might play a club.
They might, which is
Um,
not terrible for you either. But I think there's a pretty good chance South just wins and plays a diamond. Like, even knowing that West has ace 10, it's often going to be ace 10 third. Like, the
yeah,
six is unreadable, right?
yeah. I mean, North had the opportunity to bid to double two diamonds, I guess, if they had real
But he
diamonds.
wouldn't with he wouldn't with king empty six. That'd be insane.
Sure.
Maybe insane is a little bit of exaggeration, but I don't think North would double two diamonds with the highest diamonds being as weak as just the king.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the club switch. I mean, this is
All
what I'm
right,
afraid of as West, where now we have no entries to our diamonds.
I'll put in the
North
10.
might have some difficulty, but if he figures out to
Yeah,
return a club,
the 7 isn't really that hard to read because he's looking at the 2, 3, 4, 5.
right?
On the other hand, he might just be prolonging his problem here. Yeah.
This switch makes some sense.
Well, I think if he returns a club, even if his partner does have the hope for queen third, is still doing some of Declare's work, and also he's just going to be in the same annoying position a trick or two later.
Mm-hmm.
I think now we'll probably play a second spade because that was his plan all along. And when North shows out, I imagine he'll go up and play the queen of diamonds, which presumably holds, right?
Yeah, the Queen of Diamonds probably holds. I mean, I think I would certainly lead a diamond now. Like if
Yeah,
spades break, there's no reason that we need to play on spades.
right, because you still need those extra diamond tricks, even if the spade split.
Maybe I wonder if it's worthwhile to take a heart hook now. No, probably not. You just expose yourself in clubs. Okay, PJF says you play precision diamond. We have all these sequences where one of the opponents has long diamonds and wants to play on diamonds. Should two diamonds be a limit raise in response to an overcall when it can be natural? Um, if you don't do that, what's your limit raise?
I think there's a pretty strong case for playing transfer advances in that position. It
So,
solves that problem for you.
so two of the major minus one is your limit raise.
Yeah, like one no trump is you give up on a natural no trump presumably, but you can play one no trump for clubs, two clubs for diamonds, and you know, etc.
Okay. Well, there's your answer.
If you really like that natural no trump advance, then you know then you've got a problem. But I guess you can lump the natural diamond hands into that.
Right.
Not ideal.
So Kevin does elect to play a spade. I felt like now it's very easy for North to duck the Queen of Diamonds.
I think that is an interesting enough question that I'm going to ask a better theorist than me what he does.
Mm-hmm. You asking Dan?
I was going to ask Franco. Oh, actually, Dan. Yeah, Dan's the right person to ask. You're totally correct. I was going to ask Franco, but you're right. I mean, It's been the entire rest of the day reading back his answer, but let's see what he says.
um, so stay on the line. We will get you an answer.
Um, my guess would be he won't respond for a couple hours. For those who don't know, he works for a trading fund in New York, so he sometimes responds during market hours, but this has been a bit of a if he's not on vacation, this is a week that a lot of people are on vacation, so he's probably covering for people and a little too busy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think when the bell rings in an hour, I imagine he'll be pretty happy to have some bridge talk.
Well,
Yeah, so as
Declare
predicted,
is in trouble.
and he actually had joined us on the stream as a kibitzer a few times when we were doing the Soloway.
Oh. He never said hi. Did he say hi? He probably never said hi.
I think he texted me afterwards. Say he was there. He was purely a lurker,
Yep.
and I'd love to have him on for some commentary. He's a really, really brilliant bridge analyst.
Yep. Yep, he would be good.
Also, extraordinarily bright and very funny guy.
I'm trying to. I mean, it seems like the defense has an easy job of setting this a trick. I'm trying to come up with a plan for Kevin to give himself some chances. But I don't really see one. Is there any reason why cashing the king of spades and playing a second spade puts pressure on North? North can throw a diamond and a club? No, not really. Declare probably is double dummy at this point. I mean, he might not know about the eight of clubs, but
Mm, yeah, I think he almost certainly knows the full count on the hand.
yeah, and the exact heart position as well. Um, like North would never lead a low heart from King Jack third, but they would from King third. Well, here we go. King of spades, spade. I mean, if North pitches a heart, then I think Declare is going to make this, but it seems like there's an easy diamond pitch, and now once South gets in with a spade trick, um, should be mostly smooth sailing for the defense. This will still earn him 2 umps for getting to what might be the better game contract of 3 no trump as opposed to 4 spades in the other room, which sailed off too.
Yeah, and they were a little bit lucky not to be doubled. Assume, if North opened as North, South with the Queen Jack fourth, knowing the spade length is on his right, might have considered doubling.
Right, right. But I think we have Fish Grossack at the other table in the South hand.
that's true. He loves to double stuff, and he loves to double stuff that makes. So,
Yeah.
um, pull up a window with. So let's see. Oh my God, this is. Um. Oh, I see. They bunched all of them into the same view graph tab on Love Bridge just to make it extra annoying. Um,
Hey,
so
Vikitsa, how
four
are you?
spades. So North did open. It went a spade overcall, of course. Cupid, two hearts. West just blasted four spades, and Finn didn't double, which maybe given that West showed a really strong hand. It's actually so Finn is South. Grossack was North and open diamond. Yeah, so if they had had a slower auction, Finn might have doubled, but with West Q bidding and then blasting a game. I think it's pretty. They rate to have some spade honors, and you'll just pick yourself off.
Yeah. What do I think of the match so far? Well, I got up about 30 minutes ago or 45 minutes ago or something, so we just got here. It's a good match. I mean, maybe good is an overstatement. It is a close-ish match. Only 36 imps, I guess, now between the two squads, but we have had an enormous number of swings, I think. We missed a Grand Slam swing on one of the boards earlier this set, but there have been win 17, lose 14, that kind of thing. It's just typical junior bridge, which is exciting. It's exciting to see.
Slightly surprising, I think, because obviously Zach is a very swingy player, but these West of this table don't, they're sitting there chair people, right? Like generating, almost 10 imps aboard in swings isn't really their style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when we came in on board 22, there had been over 8 imps scored per board, which is just like, in a knockout with two teams that had never played bridge before, they might not score that many.
I should go over the first set in break time. So, yeah, if you're just tuning in, I am going to be passing control over to Craig for a little bit because, I just woke up and I was like, I may as well stream the second quarter rather than get lunch and miss the entire segment. But I'm going to have to quickly run and grab some lunch.
I mean, it'll be more like dinner by then, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're interested in taking a look at the first segment instead of playing a little dumb mini match on BBO, yeah, breakfast. Breakfast is what I'm getting. You can do that instead. It's up to you.
Yeah, I think I would, whatever the kibitzers want, I'm happy with. I'm not 100% sure how to share my screen into your channel, but I'm sure we could figure this out. I guess your guy yesterday managed to do it.
Yeah. So that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put you on that screen, and you can. I will need to. No. It'll be easy to get that set up.
Of course, he's very normally blew into the king queen double headed diamonds. I'll be a little irritated to see that in the postmortem. I guess I'll find out immediately when he cashes the ace. The two diamond finesses.
Was it not marked? I mean, sorry, because I noticed that South led the 7 of diamonds from their holding, which is a very, very high spot card.
Oh, yeah, actually, I hadn't noticed that. But I guess it's true. Then it would not be possible for South to have a diamond honor because Ben was looking at all the other spots.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's once again very possible that Declare just doesn't care. He was playing 1 no trump for 7 tricks. So maybe he was doing this to preserve communications or something. But yeah, I think the diamond position was marked. Hey, Allie, welcome. Spade return to the king, and Declare will probably run the jack of clubs into the north hand.
So maybe at the third quarter break, I'll give you this hand.
Yeah, sounds good. Do you have it written up somewhere, or is it you're just gonna tell me?
I have it written up in my terrible handwriting.
Oh, great.
I can email it to you if you want to be able to look at it. It's a both bidding and defensive problem.
Sure.
Just let me know what format you'd like it in. I can I've never used the BBO hand analysis tool, but if you send me to the right page on BBO where I can just plug it in, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, it's if you go to your profile on BBO, then there is a deal archive, and you can create a deal. You have to put in all of the spot cards and everything.
You have to. So I could probably construct the North and East hands from the information I was given, but I'm not 100% sure what they were.
Right. Yeah. So you would have to get the full hands, and then you would have to put in the full bidding.
So I see my profile deal archive.
Yeah.
select folder. My favorite hands.
Yes.
I don't know, is it just a hand some rando gave me? It's not one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
um, I see. So hand editor, is that what I want?
Yep.
Thank you. All right, so I'll deal with this a little later, but that's very good to know about.
This is funny. Ben elects not to take the second club hook.
He's learned his lesson. Well, doesn't he also maybe have some squeeze possibilities?
Oh, yeah. No, there was a double squeeze if the spade and heart honors were split.
Yeah.
He didn't have entries. Maybe that's a better reason for not taking the second club hook. Good point. Good point. I'm just so hungry. You have no idea. I'm trying to focus on the bridge in front of me. Ooh, this looks like a big hand. Do East West make something?
Yeah, they made 3-0 in the other room, which seems like a pretty flattish result.
Yeah, I guess it's like
No
12
Trump,
opposite
West
16.
Enforcing check back. You still decline. Or two clubs, sure. You know, we'll see what they do here. They're a two hearts non-forcing kind of pair.
Mm-hmm. Nope. And two hearts game forcing?
Yeah, so probably 2-0, 3-0. East is not going to be loving this, but what can you do?
Yeah, so is I guess six hearts doesn't make. I'm trying to find the making slam. Oh, well, it's gonna be hard with the ace of clubs off, I guess. You can pick up 3 diamond tricks, but
Yeah.
this seems more reasonable.
And yeah, even for me, so you can't make 6-0 trump, even if you guess everything, including the diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. You lead us south on this kind of bidding, probably a heart. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what do you do against fourth suit auctions? Do you just generally lead it, or do you?
I think I'd probably be inclined to lead a spade, right? Because partner could have doubled fourth suit two hearts if he had them. Even with dummy known to have 5 spades, like the minors are on your right. The heart stopper's on your right. Probably something in hearts is on your left because partner didn't double. A spade at least doesn't rate to blow into anything into Clara's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Sit back and see what happens.
Sure.
I don't know what you think.
Definitely reasonable.
I don't like this heart lead. I think I think if a heart was going to be right, you would have found out about it in the auction.
Hmm. Yeah, and you probably have too many values as south to think that your partner would always double if they had a spade rack.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think a spade isn't to set up tricks to beat the contract. It's to avoid blowing anything and hope it drifts off with maybe partner having a little something in spades like he has, like queen 10 fourth instead of jack 10 fourth, and the minors coming up to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not trying to beat the contract in spades. You're just trying to avoid handing it away in hearts.
Yeah, that makes sense. Here, I'm really not thrilled with the second heart play.
Yeah, I mean, I think again, a spade now rates to screw with declares communication, so seems like a good choice for that reason.
Right. Yeah, I think that's pretty clear that East obviously has a stiff spade at this point in the hand, and you want to attack those spade entries.
Declare some communication problems. That is true, although maybe it is the same. Like a spade would knock out the spade entry to hand, but then the hearts would be sort of back and forth. But this like it gives Declare a second heart finesse that he wasn't ever going to be able to take, right? Because the only way to take that he can't even take it if he overtakes the spade because the heart would be stranded. So the heart really frees up his communications in a way that hurts you.
Mm. Maybe maybe I take all of this back. Maybe South should have just switched to a low club, right? How are you beating this contract if your
Yeah,
partner doesn't have the club king?
yeah, that's true.
Um, so maybe this is all kind of a moot point. We're playing imps. This isn't match points. I was analyzing match point wise, but yeah, I do think it looked like club switch was the only chance to beat it from there.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, and
That's
Vikitsa
a boring
says second
question.
heart does give some communication problems. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it does.
but I think it's not about the heart finesse. It's just, are we really setting up heart tricks after the Jack of Hearts held trick one? Probably not. Two diamonds. Oh my god.
I could win 5 imps for it.
It-
I mean,
well,
how could I guess they opened 3 diamonds in the other room, and even so, it's not clear how they got to 3 diamonds. How could they have gotten to 3 diamonds doubled though? Right,
three
like
diamonds double
construct.
all pass.
Sure, South is doubling. I mean,
I don't know.
you
You
know,
asked.
right? I'm
um,
sorry. How did they get there on like a somewhat sensible auction? I'm sure that's exactly what it was. Oh no, it was a 5 round auction. Oh, sorry, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 round auction. Is that right? A 6.5 round auction.
I wouldn't believe the auction wasn't sensible at all.
Well, it started pass a club by West.
Okay, no, that is well. I'm with you so far.
So a no trump overcall by Zach, doing something normal for once in his life. Double by East. You probably thought that it was still Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
2 clubs by West. Pass. South doubled. North past that. East balanced with 2 diamonds, got doubled. West ran to 2 hearts, that got doubled. East ran to 3 diamonds again, and that got doubled.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, so they were in 2 diamonds doubled for a second, and West decided to run from that, which seems like a pretty bad choice to me to run to 10-9 fourth of hearts.
I mean, his partner didn't open two diamonds in first.
Yeah, but like you rate to have at least 6 of them, and you might not have that many hearts.
Okay, true.
But the point is, like, if partner is, like 3-3-5-2 or something, maybe they can, try running out to 2 hearts. Nobody can correct to 2 spades. Like, well, then I guess it's a we do clubs. Like, if they're like 3-4-5-1, they know more about the deal than you do. All you know is that they've said that they wanted to run from whatever to 2 diamonds.
Yeah. So comment north south need to avoid four spades. I'm not sure I see why. We're gonna get a club lead. It's gonna go queen, probably low, maybe king. But
Yeah, but at some point, Wes will get in with the king of spades and shift to a diamond.
yeah, but West is gonna have no more trumps when that happens.
I mean, that's not totally clear, is it?
Okay.
He does start with 2 of them and a Trump winner.
Well, we'll see. I mean, like, I don't understand how we're getting this diamond rough. I'm gonna throw that out there, but we're in three now. We aren't gonna find out.
I mean, yeah,
Club to the
so
queen, holding, three of spades. We're really popping up with the king of spades there?
I mean, it's probably right to.
Okay. I mean, that's the only way to beat it. Three, no trump. That seven of clubs is a pretty big card in the north.
Yeah, also right on a club lead against no trump or against four spades. Remember, like the queen isn't holding, right? It's going king ace. So unless
Is it?
declarer is, I think so for this reason, right?
Well, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Um,
No, but like even if there's no reason, like West doesn't want to leave declare and dummy to take a hypothetical spade finesse.
right, but declare just crosses to the heart ace.
I mean, maybe somebody's
Declare
blocking.
knows what's going on. There was a two diamond preempt. Um,
Yeah, I guess that's
anyway,
true.
this contract has no play, right?
This contract is that true?
As long as West puts a diamond on the table.
I mean, oh, I guess it's right, because he's just sets him up and sells his entry. Yeah.
It's not clear. I mean, West might, but it's just like West has no entries. What is he hoping to do if he puts the ten of clubs down? That's never gonna
Uh,
work. Um,
EJF, that is a very good question. He's asking in the other room, even after the no Trump overcall, why would East run? Because, your diamonds rate to be better than partners' clubs, I guess is the reason.
mhm.
But yeah, it's true. It does show a certain lack of trust.
Yeah. Well, ten of spades. So how many is this going down? East West get five more tricks.
Uh, so we'll declare can cash out his four hearts now and probably should, right?
Really?
There's no reason not to, right?
You lose the entry to the spades.
Yeah, but I think you know that the entry of the spades is going to be when there's like one of them left.
Well, but West has no more diamonds. If West has a spade ace, you just make the contract. And if you cash four hearts and play a spade, West ducks, you're limited to the jack of clubs at that point, which is only eight tricks. So yeah, I think this is the
So I agree with that, but I think your expert opponents are defending as if the ace of spades is with a preemptor.
yeah. I mean, sure. Um,
Right? Like if the ace of spades was with West, wouldn't West be continuing club and hoping his partner had the seven?
I suppose I think you're right that seven of clubs is good enough that you can just go queen jack of hearts, heart to the ace, and a spade to the ten. And if West is able to duck the spade ace, you can put him in and get the last two tricks with the jack seven of clubs via an end play. So I do think you're right. Declare could have saved a couple of imps here.
Yeah, and I think if West had the ace king of spades, I think the defense would have been different. He would have been trying to set up his clubs and hope that his partner's spots were 9-7 and not 9-3.
Also correct. Yes.